In the darkest nights, we find the light, battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Oh, surviving together, victorious, and never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Oh, hey, that was the old intro. I don't know why StreamYard just up and decides to change things, but hey, everyone, you guys are on Surviving Together, and I'm here with Crystal, and I don't know, Crystal, you're streaming to your channel too?
Yep.
Okay, and you're here, you may be on with Crystal's channel, Crystal Phoenix Rising, and we are going to be doing stuff with the Clothesline project today. How is everyone?
I will answer after.
Got it. So I am just going to say some initial highs, and then I'm going to turn it over to Crystal for a minute because I need to run to the restroom. I was doing some stuff for today's live at 3 and didn't realize how late it got. And I was like, I haven't put my hair up. I haven't done good. But you know what? This is just a hangout and make t-shirts for the Clothesline project. If you guys made it here, but you're not really sure what the Clothesline project is,
I can explain while you go take care of your stuff.
That would be fine too. And I'm going to actually be making mine online today. So I'm going to be using Canva to make mine. So you may see my face, but my eyes going like back and forth and stuff because I'll be on with a different screen. So I'll pop back and forth to kind of, check the chat. Actually, I might have the chat pulled up in my phone instead and do it that way. So, but we are still having my normal Surviving Together 3 o'clock live. That's still going to be on. I did not realize the thumbnail that I thought I had made for it. For some reason, it got all messed up with StreamYard, and it was not actually done as a live. So it was really funked up. So, but there is actually a thumbnail now for our 3 o'clock live. I've changed what I'm going to be talking about, and I'm going to be talking about trauma and exercise today because it was something that I really needed. I really needed to talk about. And so I've been doing some interesting dive into that today. So first off, let me just see who's here. And I know we've got Sharon behind the scenes. I'll bring her up when I disconnect. So hang on one second, Sharon, and we'll get to you. Todd is in the house today. Hey, Todd, how you doing? I heard the other day that you're walking a little bit better. That is awesome.
And he got a new truck.
A new one. Oh,
he got a new truck. It is beautiful. It is red and it is gorgeous.
I just saw that he had a truck. I didn't know he got a new truck. Well,
yeah, he just got it.
Congrats. Hey, Cosmic, She is joining us all the way from tomorrow, which is so weird. Actually, is it still Sunday there? Saturday? I think it's still Saturday because she's 14 hours ahead of me. So 12, 3. No, it's tomorrow. Hello from Sunday. Oh, always weird to say. Crystal M is here. Crystal, I trust you are here with your paints and your shirt, and you are ready to go. Guy is here. Guy Bandy from Creating Change. If you guys missed it, Wednesday, we had a wonderful, wonderful live with Guy, and we were talking all about the healing power of music, how music can really...
That was a great conversation. I wasn't able to chat much because I was me and doing a million things, like, But that was an awesome conversation. And I so agree. And I really, really would love to connect with you creating change, because I would love to also feature you on my channel and continue that conversation with my point of view, because I completely agree with everything that you said. And I just kind of want to
Nice.
go a little deeper into it, if that's cool.
Yeah. You know, uh, he's got his email and you guys can connect up that way. And it's something that and as I said in my live with Guy, is that I want to do a whole separate live on music and trauma and just the healing power of music. And you guys know I come from a science-based analytical mind. And so I like exploring how things work and why things work the way they do. And I think that there's a bigger conversation to be had around the healing power of music. And I've got some people who I have spoken to, like you, Crystal, and a few others who I've spoken to who are like, oh my gosh, this, music saved my life. It really had such a huge impact. And I think that there's definitely a continuing conversation to be had on that. So
yes, and I want to do it.
So if you guys liked it, let me know, and let me know in the comments. And it definitely is something that we'll be continuing with.
I noticed
And
a comment that he made, but you go get your stuff. I can take over real quick. Go.
I
do
want to
your
say hello to
stuff.
the rest of the people here. Crystal, you're here. Body Illusions here. Woo! I know you've already done your t-shirt, but I'm so glad you've made it here today. I'm so glad you're here. Amelia loves Ariel. She is a new one. I met her on Creating Change, and I love the name Amelia, by the way. I was going to comment the other day, but I was on my phone and it's harder to type. If my son had been a girl, we were going to name her Amelia. That is after my grandmother, and I always loved Amelia or Emily or Lily as a nickname, and couldn't decide whether I wanted to how I wanted to go with that, but I ended up with a boy, so that was out. I don't think he would have appreciated the boy named Amelia thing.
Right.
So we ended up with my son. So Chris the Flash is here. Hey, how everyone? Says hi to everyone in the chat. So glad that you are here. And that is it for right now. So guys, I will return in a few minutes. I'm actually going to put we have another guest on here with her name is Sharon Byrne,
I got her.
Birn, and you're going to bring her up.
Yeah,
There she is. Okay, I am going to remove myself from the
Muted.
screen for a minute, and Crystal's going to introduce Sharon. And Sharon, you're muted right now, so you're going to have to unmute your mic. There you go.
There
And
you
I'm going to
go.
drop and mute myself. But first off, Sharon, welcome to Surviving
Hi,
Together.
thank you for having me.
Crystal, Sharon. Yes, loved your shirt that you put together. That was great. Crystal sent it on over to me. And I'm going to drop, and I will speak to you guys all in just a minute.
Okay. So, hello, sis. Now, give me 1 second. There was a comment that was made that I have to say something about real quick about a guitar thing. By Creating Change, you're going to pick up a Fender. We actually, I do believe we have a Fender Strat. Oh no, I'm sorry. We have a Gibson, but as you can see, we have a ton of guitars. Here you go. Creating Change. There's some, and then we have a few others that are pretty rare and stuff that I thought you would appreciate. So, for those of you that, hey, Queen Kaylin, thank you for coming, sweetheart. I have dropped the link for the StreamYard. If anybody wants to come up and join us to create a hangout, any of it on both channels. So for those of you that do not know Sharon, anybody that's gone to a good portion of my lives has either seen Sharon with me because she has been, featured in quite a few of my lives. She was a speaker in one or two, well, I know 3 summits, 2 Jen Lynn, mine, but were you in the suicide? Yeah, you did the suicide awareness one with me too, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. So we've spoken in about 4 summits together. She is a amazing. I'm just going to put coach because, yes, you have multiple niches. So I'm just going to say amazing coach. She's also going to be the secretary on the board for the KNA Phoenix Foundation, which a lot of you guys know what that is. She is she's kind of my brains at times. We bounce off of each other very well. Let's just put it that way. She really does help me, and we go both ways. And it's just she's a wonderful, wonderful person, and created this amazing t-shirt. I'm actually gonna try and pull that up and do a screen share of that shirt that you had sent us.
Okay.
So that
and I just want to thank you for all of your kind words and let you know that, let everybody know that for everything Crystal said about me, which I'm greatly appreciative of, as Crystal said, we bounce off each other a lot, and we just kind of get each other, and so Crystal's been there for me, supporting me and championing me and my mission for quite a while. So I just want to publicly once again say thank you, Crystal, for all that you did.
I love you too. Okay, so now Sharon, just like a very good friend of ours, Chris Monstrom, is a very large advocate for for the disabled and disabilities, but especially in speaking about how they're not a disability, they're just different abilities, how they are superpowers. I still love the superpower. The superpower workshop. Oh my god, I love
it's not
that
something
workshop.
that's going away, Crystal. It's staying.
And once Matt gets back, I do want you to tell us a little bit about your new program, because I know quite a few people in the chat have some physical disabilities and things like that, and what you have accomplished with your new certification and what you're doing. I really do feel a lot of people in our community here, like the YouTube community that is with Mac and with me, would really appreciate and can validate and just really feel like, wow, So real quick, here is the shirt that Sharon created, and it's digital. Like as you see, you don't have to have a physical shirt to, do. So now you want to tell us a little bit about why you decided on that.
Sure, I'd love to. So when I was in college, I myself went through really bad panic attacks and anxiety, and the way I controlled my anxiety was through OCD, and I was a counter, and thank God my number was 3, because I had to check everything like 3 times and multiple times in 3s. So if my number was any higher, I would have, I don't know, my whole day would have been spent literally checking, because pretty much my whole day was. But in addition, I have my master's in education with a specialization in rehab counseling, and what that basically means is that I have the education along with my life experience of to be able to work with people with all different types of disabilities, from intellectual to physical, but also people who are chemically dependent and or mentally ill. Any combination of all those disabilities, I have the not only the life experience but the educational background to be able to work with any one of those populations. And I did work with people who were mentally ill and chemically dependent. They were co-diagnosed or dual diagnosed, and I did that for 7-8 years. And you know, people with mental illness are just very, or people with mental health diagnoses are just very misunderstood. And, you know, the truth of the matter is that if you walk into a room, you're not going to know by looking at somebody that they have mental health diagnosis. You're not. You can't. It's and if you walk into a room of 100 people, I bet you that 95% of those people either have had or have some sort of mental health diagnosis or know somebody with a mental health diagnosis. And in addition, my son is diagnosed with uh, severe social anxiety and ADHD and also major depressive disorder. And I do have his permission to share that. And again, he was very misunderstood, you know, all through his schooling years because he's, you know, he graduated high school at this point, and so he was very misunderstood and had to like explain himself, and people would label him as things that he wasn't, like lazy and all these other things that society will label you as because they don't understand. And so my idea for the t-shirt is that what you see on the t-shirt is, you know, these are people who could have mental illness and you would never know it. And also mental illness does not discriminate. I mean, it doesn't care what color your skin is, it doesn't care what your interests are or what your dislikes are, and it doesn't care if you're male, female, a senior in age to a toddler in age. Toddlers, actually, I did my thesis in college on depression in infants. So you can actually see signs of depression in infants if you know what you're looking for. Um, so that is why I really felt compelled to design a T-shirt that reminds people that any one of us are the face of mental illness, or could be, or somebody we know. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So, Mac, this is my beautiful friend Sharon Byrne. You guys have met in chat on my lives. You've seen each other.
Well, we have a kinship.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. And I think I even attended one of your shows, Mac, on your channel with Crystal.
Yeah.
But I don't
It was
remember.
it was the one where I only showed on yours when I was discussing my girls and everything.
Yeah.
So
I had a quick question. I'm going to interrupt because I want to get started on making my thing too. I'm going to be using Canva to make my t-shirt today. And so, because I made a one in real life type of thing. And then I want to do an online one. And Crystal thought maybe you use Canva for yours.
I did.
What size did you use? It gives you all those options in the beginning.
When I went into Canva and I picked my project design, it had a T-shirt design. So I just picked, you know, for the design T-shirt, and that's how I got the size of my background where you see the green, and I did green because that's the,
okay. I'll look for,
and then I went
that.
into I think I went into elements, and I put in T-shirt, and that's how
T-shirt. There we go. I found it. Okay, perfect. That's what I needed. All right, awesome.
I had told Mac that you probably used Canva to ask you because she asked me before we went online.
That's fine.
So I want to do a couple more shout outs to here. I'm not sure who you said hello to, Jimena, but Jimena. I'm looking at Jimena. Hi. Because I'm seeing you.
I'm not going to take that as an insult. She's a beautiful soul and a beautiful woman inside and out. So I'll take it. But
Yes, guys, if you have not checked out Jimena's channel, please do. Magic of Healing. She is on at 1 o'clock Eastern time for an hour, Monday through Friday. With she talks a little bit about mental health and also about spirituality and some philosophical questions and what she terms
Yeah.
hippy dippy stuff. And it's just a great uplifting, positive vibes. If you guys ever need that in the middle of the day, it's a
yeah.
tremendous show to stop into. Mustang Mike is here as well as Tiff. I hope both of you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Let's see.
Hey,
Rudy
Mario,
Fern.
good to see you.
Rudy Fern with Autism Homestead is here. Hi, Rudy. How are you doing today? As well as the Gen X Effect is here. Clint, how are things going? I am so glad to see all of you guys here. And let's see, with a hippy dippy twist. That's absolutely right. And let's see, Mario Party Hero is here.
Yeah, Mario Party Hero is a friend of mine that I met through Discord. They do basically they do gaming streaming.
Oh,
but,
nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to combine the gaming streaming with my mental health because a lot of the games I play do have mental health, like a lot of stuff in it. So I want to I'm trying to work that together because I feel like I will be able to reach a different demographic and be able to help more people by doing that.
Absolutely. So people saying hi to Carrie On. I don't see her in my chat, but Janet, if I've missed you here, hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. And there you are. There you are. I saw you. I found you. And Sands is here. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you also can join me later for my standard live at 3 p.m. We are still doing that. So we'll have kind of an hour break in between doing the Clothesline project and my actual regular scheduled show. This is not instead of, this is just in addition to. And Lord Kiss Freak is in the house. How are you doing? I'm freezing my patootie off, so I imagine you are too, because he's farther north than I am. So,
yeah.
Amelia asked, carry on with the TV show, and I can answer that. And yep, she says it right here. My dad always told us to carry on, but she goes, her first name is Janet. Carry on, yeah, it's a little tagline her dad kind of always used. So not through any TV show. I don't know TV shows because I haven't watched TV and I don't know how long. I don't even have a TV. And the Bud Files is joining us, linked up from Crystal's channel. So
hey, Bud, thank you
all. So yeah, if we say hi to some people and you guys aren't seeing them, it's because they're linked up through Crystal's channel. So FYI, if you want to speak directly with them, you need to hop over to Crystal's channel and you'll be able to see them over there. So
yes,
I am so glad all of you guys are joining us today. Show of hands or thumbs up. Who's making t-shirts with us today? And I would love to see who all is creating with us today. But again, you guys don't have to. We're just happy that you joined the chat.
Yeah,
I'm going to. Again, if you see my eyes kind of going crossways, it's because I'm going back and forth between this and my design page. So I'm actually going to pull myself up here on my phone so that I can see the chat, so I don't have to jump back and forth quite as much. Make sure my volume is down on this so you guys don't hear and stuff from that.
Crystal goes, she's joining us if she can find a pencil. And Gen X goes, I'm washing t-shirts today. If that counts, that's awesome.
Sure. Why not? Absolutely. Just a reminder, we are accepting applications.
We're accepting applications.
Applications or donations. Those are the two things that are in my mind because that's what I've been doing, either asking for donations or filling out applications for things. Submissions. We are accepting submissions till April 1st right now. And we'll see if we'll extend it beyond that. But right now we're doing April 1st. So
Jen
choring.
Lynn
Quick
will
choice.
be sending, has already said that she's sending one in. Glitter World, you already got the picture of
I
hers.
got hers. Absolutely.
And I'm working on number 3 now. And I have one other one to do as well. So just because I like destroying my clothes.
Like we said, guys, you know, this project is not meant to be expensive. It's not meant to, you know, put you guys out in any way. You can use an old t-shirt from your closet. That's what I did for my first one. And I just wrote on the back. Thrift store, Goodwill, Salvation Army, whatever thrift store you guys happen to have in your area, you can grab a t-shirt from there. I know Walmart generally has t-shirts on clearance for, you know, $1 or $2 even. And you can take an old t-shirt you have, turn it inside out. If it's something that you like it and you still want to wear it out, but you don't want whatever message, you know, is on it for everybody to see. It may be something that's, you know, more personal. Turn it inside out. Use one of those sides. Markers. I actually used highlighters on mine for the last because I couldn't find some markers, and that seemed to work absolutely fine. They just on the t-shirt, it just looked like marker.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you did it as a kid, but like I did it where the last day of school, everybody got markers and we would all sign each other's t-shirts.
No.
And stuff. Yeah. Like I did it.
We signed yearbooks. That was
we did yearbooks. Well, at Hollywood Christian, they didn't issue the yearbook until the next year, which kind of sucked for the seniors.
Oh yeah, they always tried to give us like it was always in the last week. Like we never got it like before then, but usually by the last few dates out there.
At Hollywood Christian, everybody would sign like our uniform shirts, one of our uniform shirts, and our parents usually got pissed about that because uniform shirts are not cheap.
No, they can be expensive. Janet says all her t-shirts are dark colors, so she's still working on finding the right t-shirt. Janet, probably the best thing for you is to go out and just get like a white fabric marker.
Yeah, I was gonna say white out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, if you have white out, I don't know who has white out.
Who has white out anymore?
That's true.
I mean, I've got some white eyeliner.
They make white, like you said, like fabric markers or
silver
white
would work
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So any of those,
but like a thing of Sharpie fabric markers.
Yep. So any of those types of things might work for you as well. Somebody said hi to Queen, and I'm not sure. I'm not.
Queen Kaylin is on my channel. She's all the way up top.
Okay, got it. And that's why I'm missing. Well, Hail Queen Kaylin. Why that came out of my mouth, but hello.
I'm sure that will make her smile.
Works as well, right? Absolutely.
Sharon knows Queen Kaylin. We were in a class with Jen Lynn together.
Okay, got
it.
So awesome. So Clint is asking, quick getting him up to speed. What t-shirts? Why are we making t-shirts? Well, you can go on to my website. Guys, this is obviously not my normal time. My brain's still in research mode because Saturday mornings are generally my real big push on putting all my research together for my lives. So I am helter skelter right now. But okay, so if you go onto a community post that I have, it says a Clothesline project on my YouTube channel, you can see all different types of t-shirts that have been made. The Clothesline project was originally started by a group out in Massachusetts. And it was done. This is from the clotheslineproject.org, which is their official website. And people have done it all over the world. All different types of people have done it now. And there's a lot of places, a lot of groups at colleges now do it as yearly a yearly art installation. It is meant to be in an in-person thing. As you could see, that woman was holding a T-shirt that's outside. People have put them up in different halls and things of that nature. But since we're virtual, we are going to be doing it as a virtual project, hanging out our T-shirts. And what it is, its original original impetus was for breaking the silence against sexual and domestic violence. And it's all about stating your truth, whether that's as a survivor or it's as a supporter of trauma survivors, any type of trauma. And we've actually expanded the scope of our Clothesline project to include mental health as well, because a lot of people, you know, their trauma comes from different sources. And as we've just, you know, talked about on the channel, there is more than just domestic and sexual violence trauma, childhood abuse, mental abuse, neglect, bullying, racism, sexism. All of these types of things can lead to trauma, which a lot of mental health conditions are effects of that trauma. So if there's something that speaks to you in regards to the mental health world, and that's something that you want to speak a truth about, please, you can use that as a subject. It can be something very specific to you. It can be something as general as love is kind, or love is acceptance, or just a big heart. Anything, really, truly. And as we said, this is not to be an expensive project. We will be debuting everything on April 19th, which is a Saturday. And that actually coincides with National Hangout Day. And what it is hangout, it's hang out your laundry day, right? So instead of being able to do it in person, we are going to be hanging it all out as our project. So Crystal is going to be putting the online stuff together. I'm collecting the submissions, so you send everything to me at my my email, which I'm going to put up here. Oh, no, not that one. Nah.
It's true.
There we go. Next one down. Here we go.
God, I love
Send
you.
everything to survivingtogether@sass@gmail.com. Just put Clothesline Project in the subject. I'm collecting those all into a folder, and I'll send those all over to Crystal, and she'll put that together in a wonderful slideshow for us. And I think we're also going to put it together as a
music video. We just haven't decided on the tone of the song, because I will most likely write the lyrics for it, and then our beautiful Venta Black has said that she will help me turn it into a song,
which is wonderful.
Absolutely. And then
some of it's gonna we kind of decided we're gonna wait till the last minute on that, because we wanted to see a little bit about the submissions and what was said on the submissions, and kind of make both of those go together, but also putting them together kind of in a one-pager so that you could see them all you know, at once as well. So that's kind of an idea to put them together as well.
Hey, Misha, good to see you. And Body Illusion, gosh, you're a saint. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for dropping links. You are truly loved and appreciated.
Absolutely. And I was something I was going to say earlier when I saw her dropping Mario's link.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something. So that's very, 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 very thankful for that. And Misha, no worries. We understand about headaches here, but thanks for dropping by and actually.
And
oh God, Chris, you had me worried. My God, my heart just went out of my chest. I'm like, you're at the hospital. No, we've had enough of hospitals and people lately. Oh my gosh. Okay, just blood samples. That's okay.
Okay. So part of why I was excited that Sharon was going to be here is, number one, I wanted you to and everybody to meet her again, but because so many of our group does have disabilities and physical ones, I was hoping that, like, while we were chatting, she could tell us about the new certification that she got, because it really speaks to the whole not taking your disability and using it as a crutch and proving everybody wrong, in my eyes.
And this is part of the reason, not only personally and what was going on in my life this week, but part of the reason I actually thought about doing trauma and exercise as a topic today at 3 was because of this, and because it got me thinking about.
See,
the
Sharon, you
exercise.
inspire people.
Exactly. So, it
She
got
saw
me
your post on LinkedIn. I sent it specifically to her. So
it got me thinking about different things. And, my mom, who is, she's a heavier woman now. She's on oxygen 24/7. And I got her into chair yoga. And even though she can't move a whole heck of a lot, she's had a hip replacement, she's had a knee replacement, but she can do
It doesn't matter
something. And she
because
discovered that she could do it. And it
Yeah.
was so empowering for her that
Yep.
she didn't have to just, go out for a walk and feel like she was risking falling and all that. So please, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to let you talk a little bit about how people can actually utilize exercise regardless of their physical disabilities.
Okay, so first I just want to say that I recently passed my certification exam to become a certified personal trainer.
Yeah.
It is something.
Woo!
Thank you. It has been something that I have been wanting to do for most of my life, honestly. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with borderline diabetes, and I was obese. And my doctor sat me down. I had a wonderful pediatrician, and he sat me down and he said, Sharon, you have things that you can't control because you were born with cerebral palsy, and that gives you medical issues that you have no control over. But these are medical issues that you can have some control over. It is in your genetics, so someday you might wind up with it for genetic reasons, but right now you can control it. And so between the age of 16 and 17, I lost 95 pounds by changing my lifestyle. And
Wow.
I made my lifestyle commitment to healthy eating and regular exercise. And I um, I always wanted to do something in that arena, and I was veered away from it because I'm a full-time wheelchair user. Fast forward to 3 years ago, or around COVID time, actually, which is a little longer than that now. I met a personal trainer through an app who said to me, "Do it, go for it." And so I
Awesome.
got all the material and studied for it and took my time because I do have needed testing accommodations, and I needed doctor's notes to verify all that. But that's a little bit of a side note. But the reason, our bodies are meant to move, okay? Our joints and our muscles need to move, whether we have physical limitations or not. Yes, it's going to limit our range of motion. It's going to limit how we move our bodies, maybe. But a stagnant body that doesn't move is a body that becomes stiff, is a body that the joints wither, kind of, become locked. You can
Yep.
get locked joint and things like that. So, and you don't have, there's a myth here, people, that I'm going to dispel right now. You do not have to move a lot for the movement to be meaningful. And hence the chair yoga. And I actually went through a difficult time with this whole concept of you don't have to move a lot to have it be meaningful, because when I became more health conscious, or healthy lifestyle conscious, I actually started working out in my 20s with a personal trainer. And because I'm a full-time wheelchair user, I have a very strong upper body. I use my upper body for everything. I don't even think about it. So I was able to lift quite a bit of weight. I didn't let him let me lift as much as he wanted me to, because I never wanted to be a bodybuilder. I just wanted to be healthy. And so, but then over the years, I developed digestive issues due to my disability, and I had to have a lot of surgeries. And so therefore, I couldn't work out the way I used to. So it felt like I was doing nothing. So I actually, like, it felt like it wasn't, beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
which is really backwards because everything is beneficial. But I gave it up for a while. And then I reconnected with my love of exercise for both physical reasons and the psychological reasons, because mental health is very much so helped by exercise and
100%.
through moving and breathing. And I believe in a holistic approach to helping my clients. I do not believe that we can compartmentalize people the way our society tries to. And I'm going to give you an example of that. For me, it's when you work for other people, it's, you got to check your personal life at the door. And believe me, I understand you can't bring your entire personal life into the office, but you can't, you know, detach yourself completely from that part of your life, because it's embedded in who you are. Same as when I would come home from work, when I worked for other people before I was an entrepreneur, I couldn't check all of what happened at work at the door coming home. It's just not possible. It's an unrealistic
Hmm.
human expectation of us. So I believe in the mind body connection, and I believe in meditation. I believe in visualization. I believe in, you know, working with the whole person. And if you're healthy physically, you're going to feel better mentally. And if you feel better mentally, you're going to want to do more physically. It's
Yep.
it's it's just the way it is. It's
Hmm.
kind of like the song. I don't know. It always makes me laugh, but I always, when I'm thinking about connection, I think about the song that my mom used to sing to me when I was little, because I was very into science. And so I love the song, the knee bone's connected to the whatever bone. And, but it really, we are a connected being, and we need to be
Hmm.
connected with our breath. We need to be connected with nature. And I have people say to me, well, how can you connect with nature? And well, I just love being outside. To me, that's connecting with nature. But also, I bring nature inside. I will have, I will grow a garden, an indoor garden. It may not be a
Hmm.
huge thing, but I will do things like that. I have been known to take take a pot, put some more dirt in it, and bring it in and play in the dirt. Just like and it's about adapting to your individual needs. And so, am I going to do yoga that's not chair yoga? No, I'm not. But I'm going to do chair yoga, and I'm going to make sure that my body gets the benefits of it.
Hmm.
And yoga, actually, people don't realize this, but yoga is considered, a lot of people think of it as just like this mind thing, and there is physical stuff in it, but they think of the benefits being more of a spiritual or a mind connection. But yoga, if you look it up or talk to anybody like in the medical profession, and it can be a medical person or a holistic practitioner, that's exercise.
Very much
Just
so.
because you're
Very
not
much
lifting,
so.
just because you're not lifting a weight or something like, people have a myth that that's not exercise, and it is. Because the other,
Dancing is exercise, and you're not lifting weights there either.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So for me, becoming a personal trainer was just something that was really important, because I could work with anybody, any ability. But for me, I want to really bring to light that exercise is for everyone. And whether you,
100%.
whether you have a documented disability or limitation or not, we all have, our bodies are all very unique and different. So we all have to modify an exercise to a certain extent, because I'm not going to do an exercise like Crystal or you, Mac, or Crystal's not going to do an exercise exactly like you, because her range of motion is naturally going to be different than yours, and
Hmm.
vice versa. So that's part of why I my marketing or my thing is risability, because I believe that we get further in life when we focus on people's abilities and skills and assets and what they bring to the table, rather than focusing on their perceived deficits or
Hmm.
what somebody's written as their. I mean, if you look at my medical records, right, from the time I'm a kid to even now, it's all about what my body can't do.
Hmm.
And when I was born, my parents were told everything that I wasn't going to be able to do because I had this diagnosis. Thankfully, my parents never bought into that stuff because
Mhm.
I have, and this is not me tooting my own horn or thinking that, I'm great, being grandiose, but if my parents listened to those people and didn't believe in me the way they do and didn't teach me to believe in myself, I would be in an institution, because that's what my parents were told to do with me, is just, put me in an institution. And
Yeah, back in that day and
yeah,
age, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I'm not that old, but I was born in 69. So the thinking was very different. But my whole point to saying this is that everything that I wasn't supposed to do, that my parents were told I wasn't supposed to do, I've done. So
It's
I believe in
empowering. It's
I
so
I
empowering to
yes,
say, what
that's why I
can you
believe in
do?
that's why I believe in I'm on a mission to flip the script of how we tend to look at ourselves and look at other people and how other people tend to look at us. I'm not being negative when I say this. It's just a fact and an observation that I've made for the last 55 years. We tend to look more at people for what we feel they don't bring, or what somebody has labeled them as not being able to bring to a situation, rather than look at why they're here and the gifts that they're here to do. And we should be helping people build on those gifts so they can really live their purpose and their true potential. Because I always say, I was never going to be an accountant or an actuary. Why? Because I can do numbers to take care of my bank account, but I am not a numbers person. That is not my strength. My strength is people. And so, and how I connect with people. So we really need to start. Yes, we need to help people when they're younger, maybe work on, making the deficit smaller if we can, right? If somebody can get better at a skill, then they should. But at some point, we have to stop making that the focal point and still work on decreasing the deficit if it's possible. But the shift has to become focusing on what they're good at and building on that. Because then you're also going to help people's mental health as well, because you're going to be enhancing their self-esteem, their self-confidence, their understanding of themselves. And so that's why all of this is really important to me, and it's all connected. And so that's why I went ahead and got my certification, because I want to be able to help people. I mean, I could have done it without the certification, but the certification opens doors. I'm not big on paper. I mean, I have certifications, but at the same time, having the certification is going to open doors and allow me to help people.
Hey Sharon, I did drop your email in my chat, but
That's fine.
I know you're trying to utilize your YouTube channel. I just don't remember what it is.
My YouTube channel is
if you could drop
Riseability. It's Riseability with Possibilities Are Infinite. I will be changing that, but I had to connect it with my actual business name is Possibilities Are Infinite, but there's the under that is Riseability, but I will be shifting some of that, and but for now that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I put Sharon's email in the chat on my channel if you guys would like to hear more or connect with her.
You guys can also find me on Crystal. If you want, you can drop my because the chat's not working for me for some reason. But what you can drop my LinkedIn if you want, because my LinkedIn has everything on where I can be found. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to LinkedIn, you'll find my website, you'll find
Crystal,
everything.
if you can send that to me in an email, and what I will do in my 3:00 live, since I'm concentrating on trauma and exercise, and Sharon, I'm not sure what your schedule is today. I know you said you had to drop a few minutes before.
I should. I don't know when. I don't know when the next thing that I'm supposed to be, commenting on another speaker that I know asked me to be in the audience to comment and stuff. So I think it goes for 45 minutes. So I could be available. I possibly could be available at 3.
I'll be on from 3 to at least 4. So if
Okay.
you're available at any time, pop up, I'll see you and I'll bring you back up and you can, speak to the audience there as well. But Crystal, if you'll send me her LinkedIn and I will definitely put
Yeah.
that in the video description.
Absolutely.
If I
For my
can't get
3
there
o'clock.
today, I was just, if you ever do that topic again or do a similar,
Oh,
uh,
I'm sure we will.
definitely,
Yeah.
if I will definitely try to get there for at least a portion of today. But if for some reason I can't,
If you want to send me the StreamYard, I can make sure she gets it if she can pop in.
Yeah, and too, on screen is my email, and email me anytime, and I would love to just set up
Okay, yeah, I would love
a
to connect with you
one-on-one
more.
that we can do. I'm on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Are you on Eastern time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
am.
Wednesdays at 6 p.m. I'm on, and then every Saturday at 3 p.m. So that's
Okay,
every
cool.
week. I'm on those 2 days, so we can
Yeah.
set up something where we can bring it up and
I
just
can
do a
connect you guys on
one-on-
LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, that would be
Absolutely.
great.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Perfect.
I do
Sounds
appreciate
wonderful.
you having me on today, Crystal. Thank you for inviting me and
Always.
Absolutely, yeah.
for-
Thanks for making the
yeah, and
introduction. It was
I look forward to just continuing to collaborate and working together to expand what we're able to do, because we're able to do more together than we are individually. And
Yeah.
well, we're actually going to be also doing a show on medical trauma. And
oh,
this
hello.
was just as you're kind of going with your story, I'm like, my wheels are turning.
Yeah,
because
you and I should have a
Yeah.
conversation
I'll
before the show. But yes,
I'll send
definitely.
the
And,
proper.
I don't have
my
that right.
disability is the result. I mean, people don't say it this way, but my disability is a result of medical trauma. My disability is a result of malpractice.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Well, if you listen to Wednesday's live that I did with Guy Bandy on the healing power of music, and his trauma is about medical trauma. He
Yep.
was diagnosed with ulcerative, I can never say that word right, colitis at 9 years old. And
Yeah.
so 9, 10, 11, having to do colonoscopies in an age where they were patient-centered. They weren't thinking about the patient's
Oh, yeah.
comfort. There was no anesthesia. And just the everything
All
that
of it.
went along with that, and the things he had to do during school and whatnot.
Yep.
And it's an area we have not touched on my channel. We talk a lot about trauma and a lot of different types of trauma, but medical trauma is actually one area we have not spoken on. So
Yeah, it's a real. I mean, I know you know this, but it's a real thing. I mean,
yeah, 100%.
One real quick thing I'll say is that, I have been going to doctors. I've had to go to doctors and facilities all my life for different things. And there's a lot of secondary conditions that I've developed over the years as a result of my cerebral palsy being neurological, because cerebral palsy is a neurological disability. And so what I will say is that often it took me years to find my voice to really speak up to doctors, because I didn't realize this, but I was giving them a God complex in a sense. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but because they were doctors, I felt like if they said this, it has to be, I can't go against that.
Right. Well, that's part of kind of how we were grown up as well.
Yep.
I mean, you're only a few years older than I am. And,
Yeah.
we were talking about this, a guy's our age as well. He's a few years younger than
Yep.
I am. But it's doctors you went to them because they were a doctor. They knew what they were
Exactly.
talking about. You did, right? And so if they
but
said do
it
this
took
or
me
take
years
that, you did it.
Yeah, and it took me years to be able to talk to against, to say, hey, look, I know my body best, and we're a team. And if you're not willing to be part of my team, I'm willing to hear your expertise, and I'm here because you have expertise that I don't have. But I am an expert on my body, and so we have to be willing to work as a team. I had one doctor say to me, well, I'm the doctor and you have to do what I say. And I said, oh, okay, well, this consultation is over. Thank you. And I walked
Yeah,
out.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I'm a type of person where there are a lot of medications that don't work for me, and it's just
Yep.
because of the way my body processes medication. I'm like,
Yep.
well, you just haven't given it a chance. I'm like, no, really, I've given it a chance, and my body's going, it don't work
Your body's
because
going,
it's just
next.
processes it,
Yep.
it processes it
Yep.
right out, and they're
Yep.
just like, well, we can't give you anything else for this because this is kind of what it is. I'm like, do you have something that does similar to it?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I completely understand where you
Yep.
come
Yep. Yep.
from. And it's
So,
a few minutes before 2. I want to make
yep.
sure you get out
I'm
on
gonna sign
time
off.
so that you get off to your thing. But
Yep.
definitely, we will connect up, Sharon, and we will talk because I got a lot of different ideas about things that we can do on my channel. I would be very,
Awesome.
very
All I
excited.
have in my
Very
head right
excited.
now is matchmaker.
Well, you say connection, and my brain goes, the rainbow connection.
Yep.
That's what I always think of when I hear about that.
Yep.
It's like
Well, thank you.
I
Thank
love
you,
when I am able to help people come together because I see that it'll work. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
it's like in my head right now, as you guys were just bouncing off each other the way Sharon and I bounce off of each other, all I heard was matchmaker, matchmaker. Like I was the matchmaker and I did this, and I love
Well,
that
thank you,
feeling. I won't
Crystal.
lie. I love you, Sharon, and
Thank you
thank
for
you
being.
again for my
Yep,
aha
and we will
moment
And thank you,
earlier.
everybody who's joined on StreamYard.
Mhm.
It's great to have you all here, and I will see you guys soon.
That
Take
sounds great. We will definitely
Love
be in
you.
touch.
Love
right.
you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So, quite a few people in the chat know that I was having a little bit of a meltdown earlier. Because I've got the magazine. By the way, those of you that have done the pre-order through me for Jen Lynn's magazine, we have made enough pre-orders that we are going to print.
Awesome.
Yes. So I will be having the landing page for that within the next week. And because of all of you supporting me so much, Jen Lynn has said that she has a few surprises in the magazine featuring myself and the community. Because of we sold half of, I was able to get half of the pre-orders she made it because of all of you guys.
Excellent.
Honestly,
excellent.
75% of those pre-orders were because of you guys and the love that you have for me and our community. So I just wanted to say thank you again. But I also have another magazine that is featuring me. Thank you, Jen Lynn. She recommended me for it. And I was looking at my website and I'm like, shit, I have to completely update and revamp because I need to actually put my coaching programs on there. I should put my awards on there. I need to put a blog spot for the building of the foundation and everything. And I was just getting overwhelmed and I don't really like doing the technical side and until here. And she was talking to me and she's like, yeah, I can write up like what I want. It's just the implementing it. And I'm like, light bulb. I don't it was like I didn't think of the fact that I could just put what I wanted like in sections. I need a landing page for my coaching programs and write out what I need and then hand them to what does my other half do? I talk about it all the time. He is a programmer. He is a tech. And here I am having this whole like freak out. And then she just said the magic words, of how she could make up the copy, and everything. She just struggles with the tech. And I'm like, thank you, Sharon. It's one of those moments where you get that light bulb and it's like, you feel stupid because you didn't think of it.
Right. No,
but
I
not
completely get it. Yeah, I completely get it.
I mean, and that is why Sharon Byrne is the secretary for the M&A Foundation.
Right.
She's going to be my Kristen Bond is my vice president, my true right hand. But Sharon Byrne is going to be my
Yeah.
my
All the
true
administrative stuff, all the
Yeah.
paperwork and all the,
yeah.
all that.
She's like, as long as I don't do numbers. I was like, I've got that.
Yeah, we got somebody for that. We got somebody.
I've got that.
Well, we're
And-
hitting on 2:00, so we said
Yeah.
that we would get off here
and I
at
have
2.
to go and I have to
and-
go help move chickens.
Oh,
No, one
lovely.
group of the babies is big enough to go out into the hutch.
oh, okay, got it. All right.
So thank you, William, for
have fun.
subbing. I appreciate that.
You have fun with that. We're going to take a break for about an hour, and then I will be back on Surviving Together. We'll be back on at 3:00, our normal spot. We'll be talking about trauma and exercise, and it's going to be an interactive chat, guys. I got questions for you. All right, I got questions, and I need answers. So
And Sharon will definitely do her best to come back for that.
Absolutely, and if she makes it, she does. If not,
Yeah.
as I was talking, my wheels were turning, and I definitely have things to.
Now
do
you see
another
why I
show.
sent you her post on LinkedIn. I was like, we need to do something with this.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
we will, and I have to get my
it would
Surviving
go
Together
with you.
LinkedIn together. I actually made one, but I haven't filled it out basically yet. It's just it exists in name only. So
once you've got it to where you're ready, just give it to me, and I will with LinkedIn. I will get you connected with the right people. I will set up basically.
I think that's why I've been a little hesitant with
Mm-hmm.
with my account there to connect with too many people, because I wanted us Surviving Together. So it's like I don't want to have to double duty, and people are like, well, who are you and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of waiting.
I will show you on LinkedIn how you can link both accounts.
Yeah. Okay.
So
great.
But I do gotta go. I love you all. Thank you
Yep.
so much for being here. You can do your normal closing because that takes like 5-10 minutes. Anyway.
I know. I'm sure.
I do love you all. But
get a nap.
I gotta
get a
go.
Nap too.
Yes, that too. But I gotta go play with baby chickens.
All right. Have fun with that. We'll talk to you
right.
soon. All righty.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Like I said, we will definitely see you soon. I hope to see you at 3. Thank you so much for dropping by. If you guys are making t-shirts today, can't wait to see your final submissions. Just send them to Surviving Together. My email is on the screen right now. Surviving Together, sass@gmail.com. Put Clothesline Project in the subject line. All submissions will be anonymous unless you specifically want your name attached to it. If you do, if you want your name or your handle, whatever you go by on screen, just let us know that. Otherwise, everything will just be showing the t-shirt. Okay. So don't worry about any personal information being revealed because you've been sending it over email. All of that stuff is completely confidential and private as far as we're concerned. So thank you for being here, Firefly. Oh, I didn't see you earlier. Well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. And I am excited for our live today. I've got a little more research and things I want to put together during this hour. So hugs and love to all of you. Hope you have a great weekend if I don't see you a little bit later. And remember, you are worthy. You are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are, for who you are. So we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Through the fire, through the rain, we have walked through endless pain, but we stand, we rise again, stronger now, we break the chain, surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, who we are. Not just survivors, but warriors too. With love as our armor, we see this through. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you. Surviving together, hearts open wide, lifting each other through every tide. The past may have shaped us, but it won't define. Together we heal, together we shine. We see you, we hear you, and we believe in you. Surviving together.